What's going on? Brown Tong here, back from vacation, and welcome to the Apple Byte for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. Now, if there's one thing I missed the most while I was away, it's you, the Apple Byters. Here, let me wipe that tear off your face. Okay. Now let's get to the show, and this is news I did not want to hear coming back. According to a report from The Information, the new Apple TV is expected to be pushed out to 2015 after Apple engineers working on the device have been told not to expect a launch until next year. The alleged culprit? Apple employees are pointing the finger at cable companies who they say are dragging their heels, and the pending Time Warner-Comcast merger are the main reasons behind the delays. Now the content companies are pointing the finger right back, denying their role in the holdup, claiming Apple still needs to lock down the deals with multiple content companies to create the service it wants to offer. See, it's your classic he said, she said. Right now, no one's to blame, but bottom line, we shouldn't expect to see the new Apple TV this year, and that's really the only product I wanted to see in 2014. Well, that and the latest Shaun T workout video.
Come on! One more step! Oh, shiznizzy, here we go.
Oh, shiznizzy is right! Oh, and the current Apple TV has been updated with the Fox Now and CNBC channels, so maybe that will hold us over for some time in 2015 that we have no idea about. All right, Apple refreshed their entire MacBook Pro line with Retina displays, just like we said they would, with a speed bump and doubling the RAM for the entry-level configurations. No major Broadwell chipset upgrades, just a little bit of performance boost, and the top-of-the-line 15-inch MacBook Pro gets a $100 price drop. Overall, this is good timing for the back-to-school season, like Apple has done in the past. And recent Apple support pages have also indicated we might see an updated mid-2014 iMac 27-inch desktop and a Mac Mini as well. Neither model has received any kind of upgrade lately, but the Apple support pages were recently modified, and the information has now been taken down, so it looks like this was a legit leak from the Cooptown kids, and we could possibly see another minor speed bump and RAM upgrade, but no major hardware changes. All right, a lot of you have been asking about this, and just to get you up to speed, Apple has started to send out OS X Yosemite builds for the beta program that will be sent out to 1 million beta program members. You guys can still sign up for it right here, and I think you'll like it, but do not, I repeat, do not make it your primary OS. You'll also want to keep in mind that they won't be updating the beta program as often as they will for developers, and you'll be able to install the final release of Yosemite over the beta version when it's ready this fall. And speaking of that fall release, 9to5Mac recently reported that Apple is planning to release the final gold master build of Yosemite around October 10th, according to their sources. iOS 8 is still set for September. 9to5Mac also reports their sources say Apple is still working on a couple next-gen Mac lines to be released this year, including finishing up work on the long-rumored 12-inch MacBook with a Retina display that is said to be much thinner and much lighter with an aluminum body. Now, there's also a new desktop computer that is either a new iMac or a standalone monitor with a 4K resolution. The big push here is to have a 4K Retina machine available with Yosemite, with updates to both iMovie and Final Cut to bolster their 4K support. All right, let's take a break for the app of the week. This week, my pick is the Guardians of the Galaxy game for your iPad or iPhone. It's $5, and sure, there are a lot of good games that are free that I don't want to talk about right now, but I'm deep in the hype machine for this movie. Now check this out, the game allows you to play as characters not just from the movies, but supporting characters from the comic book series, which, yes, I have read. You battle through 60 levels of real-time gesture-based combat with a cool original story from Dan Abnett, who was on the writing team of the comic book this movie is based on. Groot still says those magic 3 words.
I'm Groot.
And you'll get caught up leveling up characters and using their special abilities like Charlie 27's crazy spin punch. Now the game has a 4.5-star review. That's legit. It's even the same amount of stars as Kim Kardashian's app, so you know it's good.
This is super cute.
So, really, is this game worth getting?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can you tell I'm really excited about the movie? And since we're on the whole Guardians tip, check out this awesome video from Matthew Pierce, who drew the main character Star-Lord using Mac Paint on a 1984 Mac and sped it up for our viewing pleasure. This is just awesome. Lots of detail and work went into this, and the final product really just speaks for itself. All right, that's going to do it for this week's show. Send me your email to the applebyte@cnet.com or tweet me at Brian Tong, and I'll get back to you after I'm done at the tanning salon just so I can even out my butt. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you all next time for another Bite of the Apple.